welcome back to Rollercoaster Tycoon, where last time we built coasters and we've built more rides, and well, you know, I realized that after I finished last video we might have forgotten to set up the exit path here. And we might have been rushing it just a little bit, just slightly, but then again, the pressure is on our shoulders. As for... yeah, it might be that we also need like a handy dude over here. I feel that that would not be such a bad idea. So let's get you to keep this stuff clean. Now, last time we kind of did the ultra boring stuff, and that is adjust prices of all our rides for like the first, I don't know, 10 minutes. So this time, you know, to save you guys the annoyance of me just doing boring stuff, I did the vandalism check in the park, and all I saw was that. And for the rest, everything is okay. Nothing's vandalized. So having said that, you know, wait. You're broken down already? But we just... Oh man, this is so bad. Have you made any money? Yeah, you have. Even still. Regardless, you know, last time we left off with these two coasters, and you should... Oh. The glorification and salvation. It's almost like you're identical. How good is that? Now the glorification is quite a bit more lateral G's, so it might be quite a bit more intense too, but we'll worry about that later. Because we left last time on with the statement that we were going to join up this section of the park here. Which is still going to happen, but I've been thinking that maybe we also want to join this up. I don't know. For the time being though, we're gonna prepare this section for us to open up. So we'll start out with the handy dude, just to cover this whole area there. And next we need benches and trash cans. There. Nice. Let's get them trash cans in. Now we also need to set up shops and stalls, so that's what we'll do next. But in the meantime, you know, now that we have this, we can basically open this up, so we're good already. And this will help with storing more guests on the tarmac in our park. Now obviously, just tarmac isn't gonna cut it. We need rides for them to be lured into. And we have like roller coasters coming up, but we also have this one, which we haven't built yet, and I feel like right now might be a good moment to perhaps build one. Maybe like somewhere over here, I don't know. We'll figure out the spot, but I feel like this would be like the logical next ride to get. So that's what we're gonna work towards. Now before we continue, let's just get like at least 2 toilets out there. And then we'll build like, you know, stuff here, and probably also here. So to that end, I'll just get that out there, and another one here, there. So that's coverage. I also want like a info kiosk here, because I feel like at this end of the park, it wouldn't be a bad idea to have something, you know. Maybe this would be well suited over here, because this is gonna be like one of those crucial junctions. So yeah, that seems right. You will be there. Then let's have like, because we don't really have any swag over here. Let's go with the full shebang over here on this place. So we'll go with a bit of the ice coloring. And we'll also want balloons. These are gonna be like, these are gonna be like the other type of light blue, this one. So it will contrast nicely. Then I also want a drink thingy, which we'll have there. And I want like ice cream and also pizza and burgers. There. let it not be said that I wasn't taking care of our guests. Right? If I still get the message that they don't have stuff to eat here, I'm gonna be real pissed. Now over here we have lemonade, but I kind of don't want to go double with it, so we're gonna go fizzy drink, and then just have like the simple ice cream thingy and burger. But I don't really want to do all the swag, so let's just go with this. Right. Having this covered is really going to be crucial. Now what we need to do is get some rides in. Oh, and with all this unpausing that I... Balls. Balls, balls, and more balls. So, it is too extreme. And that is because of the lateral G's. Oh, that I know. Where do we make those? 307. It's over here. Now we can deduct where this is, as this is like the first curve, second curve, which is already quite high. Doesn't need to be this high. This is all right so far, but then this is, this is all right. It's like this curve afterwards, and that's really doing us in. Is that the worst of it, though? Yeah, it seems like it. Right, to that end, now that we know this, I can change this, and I will. There. Done. Done. Nice. I believe this should fix the issue. We'll see if that holds true. It might still be a little bit too extreme, but I think that like 3 lateral G's is like the hard limit on what's really good for the coasters. So I hope that this will address the issue. Now, as for because we have opened this area of the park, I feel like filling in this section here, this square, is what we should do next. So we shouldn't build on this side, as that's gonna be for later. So having said that, oh, and also by the way, guys, if you're interested in what lowering the prices does for our income, we will be on like 8,500 or something, as for ride income. Opposed to the 12,000 that we had before. So the lowering that we did, that's quite impactful, just so you know. It isn't without consequences, us doing the lowering, and we might continue on with, starting out high. But we'll do that for future rides, because I saw this and I was like, yeah, wait, hold on a second. It's all nice, blowing the money. Or blowing the income, but we do want some money to be made. Now, as for the river ride, let's check. Because we need to plan this in such a way that we can have a nice shared exit. Where would be a clever spot for a shared exit? I feel like we should have one over here, and then have another one over here. And if we're gonna do the water ride, I feel like if we do one here, then what would be the clever way, I feel, is building the station like over here, for example, above the toilet and the thingy. So that we can then do like some cool lifting and whatnot. Yeah, let's get that sorted. Let's see if we can actually get this built above the toilet if we go over here. Oh, that's not... Oh. Okay, so that's an issue, actually. Balls! I did not expect that. Alright, fine. Remove that. Plan B, then. What we can do, of course, is just S-bend it, and... Because I wouldn't mind if, the way we come back... Because What height is this at? That's height 8. So we can safely make like a curve around here, you know, to get back to the station. Because I want a simple track design. And here then, yeah, let's go over there with the station. That's okay. It's not gonna be extending all the way back till there. Then I want it to be over there and a little bit more like this. Right, so what do we have for boats? Well, I believe that this one actually benefits from having like the thing all the way. It does. I don't really want it all the way, so therefore it will not be there. Now this is going to be a shared exit, so it will be like this. And of course, we're gonna change where this thing goes. Right. Now this needs to go to. Oh, very interesting. I like this. Now this is cool. So now it's, you know, the big question is, okay, so now that we have this cool section, what are we gonna do next? You know what we could do to make this look like real stupid? Is to have like a 2-high lift going up and then to the corner, you know, just to prove that this thing should crash, which of course it doesn't. What we can also do is actually go into the underground with it, because what we're gonna have is we're gonna have one more lift. That's basically the gist of it, and that will be the one lift for like another drop. And in theory, what we should be able to do is have that resurface like over there. And with an underground section, the thing is even cooler. Let me see if we can actually go into the underground. Well, it seems pretty easily possible. Alright, now we need to do some planning. So we are here. Are we gonna go over to this side or this side? I feel like this side is more attractive. Now, having said that, we basically need 6 tiles before we resurface, and then another 2 to get above the path. So that means that 3, 6, 8. So here we need to start going up. So that means that even if we curve it around, we still wouldn't be able to get up that easily. So, having said that, it would probably be in our best interest to resurface, say like over here. Which is, if we do that, you know, let's keep on going straight for a little bit. Now we need to line this up. So this is not where we want to be. Unless this is where we want to be. Let's see, 2 and then 6 means we will be at the path height over here. We can actually pull this back like 2. So now we will be at the path height, which will be just above this station, which should be hunky-dory. Yes, it is. And then, boom. Nice. Okay, so far so good. Now what's gonna happen is that we're gonna have just the one big... Oh, and you know what the beauty is of this? Because it's so high, we won't be really sacrificing that much space here. We can put rides below this area. Like thrill ride X, which we don't know what it will be yet. So yeah, this is good. This is good. I like it. It is the more simple design of ride, I'll have to admit. It's not gonna win prizes for the design. But hey, that was never the intention, so... Look, and then... This is another underground section. And I think this is clever, because this will up the ratings. Nice. Booyah. Oh yeah. Oh, this is good. Okay, in terms of design, it's boring as hell. But I think that this is actually not such a bad design, because in theory this is also one of the quicker designs that we're gonna have, so the queue time on it will not be as bad. So let me see. Oops. Also, you know what I've totally forgot to do? We need an extra loose walking mechanic. Because we just opened up like a big extra section of the park, and we'll also do like a loose walking guard. We don't want to splurge with our expenditure too much, because we're losing money right now. Yeah, we're losing money big time. But we definitely, you know, even it's our own choice basically to lose the money, and we cannot be stringent. By the way, what the hell am I doing? I want to connect up, yeah, that. No, we cannot be stringent on our staff expenditure just because we made the choice to not make a profit anymore, you know. Also, I need this to be like this. As for the exit path, let us go with like the gray tiles here. And this will be the max length of the shared exit. So, there. Which will of course need its own handy dude. Also, this could have been testing already. And now we shall open the up. So one boat will be running. Also, just the $4. I mean, I know money and all that, but still, you know, we can't break you know, the new policy that we just started. So let us get this out there. Oh, by the way, we're definitely going to do something about the music here. Just give me a moment. There. Okay. You know, I kind of like the rock style too. Shall we continue with that? Or shall we go... The Roman fanfare is also nice. Now let's continue rock style too. I like that. Yeah, that's good. Pow, pow, pow. Pow, pow, pow. Okay, so this is the new ride here. River Ride 1. Which shall be... Oh yeah, this one's from the comments, and I truly love that. Arizona. That's such a clever ride name, especially if you consider the type of ride that we just named it for, which is the exact opposite of an arid zona. Now, as for like, yeah, we got the reverse hoo-ha belly coaster. I kind of want to build that next. But I need to give it a quick check. What type of coaster is that? Ooh, it's this one. This is expensive, but we can make this like really good. And if we do so, we need to pair this up. What we can do with it though... Would we be able to... I don't think we can fit the going up part like in here, because that would be really cool. But now I think if we were to build this, we should build it not inside of this square loop thingy that we have going here. Although maybe, you know, if we do this like in a clever way, what we can actually do it. Shall we do it? We do it over here. So it would go up like, yeah, we can do it. I mean, let's quickly finish coloring the arid zona, and then worry about the about the you know, the reverse hoo-ha belly coaster, for which I'm not entirely sure if we even have the money. I mean, let's be honest, I'm not entirely sure. And sand color it. Is this too green? It is for my liking. It is definitely. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Decided. Done. That's how it's gonna be. You know, no way back anymore. Golden and green. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is totally the way how it's gonna be. Oh yeah, totally. And then black and purple. I don't like that. Let's go with the white and the purple. Oh yeah. It's good. It's good. Now, we don't have a handy dude patrolling here. We need that. So, there. The arid zona, therefore, is a fact. Now, I don't think that the glorification is still too extreme. Really? Is that so? I mean, you are 7.92. Okay, just give me a moment here. So this is too... Where does it go so extreme? I mean, what's the pace? It's not too bad. Why is it so extreme then? Let's follow these tracks, because we need to debug this, and we don't have time to keep doing test runs. So, basically the highest G spike is now at the start and right at the end, which is this. So, if I were to fix the end here, and the start and the end, because the very first curve here is not the bad thing. This is the first curve. It's this one that is this high spike, and it's at the station start. So let us fix this, because we can. You know, it's not that difficult. Like that. Come on, a game. I don't have all day. We need this fixed. And then it was here, right? Yeah. This one is difficult though, because we need this to get back to the station. Yeah. Yeah. How am I gonna do this? There's two options we have. We can't. This is like the quickest, but basically what we would need to do, we need to have like a tight curve there. I don't think we have brakes available in this type of coaster now, do we? No, probably not. What we can do though, perhaps, is go down. Okay, so what if we go down to like one below? No, that's not gonna happen. Ooh, this we might have made this more difficult for ourselves than I first thought. Let me see. Is there like another option? There seems to not be another option. What we can do is close the other one and have that go straight. Because it's this curve that's basically doing us in at the moment. Is it? Yeah, let me try something here, because I have the feeling what we need to do basically is from there remove it, and then from here onwards. Okay, that's because the roller coaster is in the way. How many folks are in the queue for this one? There's 9 people on the salvation. I don't really want to close that. So there are brakes. Wait, you say what now? This thing actually does have brakes. Okay, apparently so. Wait. So that means that we're gonna lower this to say like 14. And then this should fix all the issues that we have with it. And then open. Booyah. This should greatly increase the ratings of this ride. Now, over here, there's currently not that many guests in this area of the park. I might want to change that. Also, I have the feeling that because we're developing this area right now, maybe what we should do is add a few more of these things here, you know? Just saying. Maybe also like an extra toilet over here might also not be the worst decision. Let's get one more. Yeah, definitely. We want one more. Toilet, here we go. Yeah. Right. Now, with this, we have, I think, the issues worked out with the glorification. I hope. Shall we see if we can get in, like, the speed coaster, the reverse hoo-ha belly coaster? I hope we have money enough to pay for it. Also, oh, we get the actual hoo-ha belly. So we get the coaster and the belly at more or less the same time. Now here's what I plan for this coaster. We basically need this to be... if we have the station over here, we're not gonna really have that long of a... Yeah, here's the thing. We need this to be like on an ultra long stretch, which makes it ultra expensive and ultra good. Can we do that over here? Because that would mean that we have like a station over here, which is kind of contrary to what I wanted with like shared exit and stuff, because I want to hook it up over there. Then again, on the other hand, the shared exit isn't holy, you know. So if we need to do it in a different way, I feel like we should. But we might also not be able to afford the coaster. That's another issue. We should be able to build it wherever we want, really. If we were to build it here, then we probably have it connect up to there and connect it up to there. Now, then in that case, I would kind of want to keep it like more or less over here, so we have room to build stuff. And at the same time, well, we could also always have like a shared exit above the train stations. Let's try and get away with like 1. Let's do that, you know. Let's see what 1 would cost us. I mean this. Oh, I know that it's gonna cost us a lot of money. Jeez, man. And then you have that piece of work. Now, ideally, I'd have this like right next to. Okay, so that's not allowed. It's also not allowed. So this is like what's allowed here. I don't even think it will go this high. Just to be sure, we're gonna test it. So test ride this for me, would you? Look, see, we can safely remove this one piece, I feel. I figured as much, you know. Yeah, that seems okay. I wish it could go faster. What does it say for velocity? It only goes 100 kilometers an hour right now. Which is absolutely not great, but there's nothing to change here. It is kind of in our budget though, so it's not really that great. It's probably also not that expensive to operate, so There. Now we are gonna pair this up, and I think we should even be able to just straight up, you know, pay for the second coaster. Which, if that's the case, that would kind of be amazing. Let's have like red tarmac for this. Right. Having this in there, do you have... It's only 104 kilometers. It does not seem that extreme to me, so... yeah, oh, and also I am just so curious. Glorification, please tell me that you are doing okay now. Because of the braking, please tell me it's okay. Really hope it's okay. It has lower G's now, right now than the Salvation, right? That has 270. We have 283. That's still high. Where is that made? Oh, wait. I actually never checked out the negative G's, you know, but that's a thing, because lateral is always positive, you know, because left and right isn't like different, you know. But I never really checked out the negative lateral G's on the graph. So, having said that, where is this spike dip? So we have like... Right, just to get this straight, this over here is this dip here. Then we have like the descent here, and then another one here, and then this one. I believe that this curve here is like this, yeah, this area. So knowing that, I believe it was after this small dip, which should be... let me see, where does this whole thing go? Should be here. And if that's so, it would mean that it's this tight curve. Yeah, it's probably this one. It is actually. Because you can see is it? I believe it might also be like it's difficult to spot. Might also be like, you know, going down, and then this curve bit here. Might also be this one. But let's not you know, get ahead of ourselves with the ratings. We don't have them back just yet, so we'll still have to worry a bit about that later. We also have this coaster to finish up. So Rollercoaster 1. Why don't we say that you are not the camel belly? why don't we call this? Maybe we should call this the Salt Racer. You know how they do in the Americas, you know, where they race on like those great salt flats? Let's have this be like one of those. And because this is a Salt Racer, we're gonna have this be bright red. These are gonna be white. And then with like the brown. And then not with the green supports, but with like a gray pillar. Is that cool? Yeah, that seems cool. It needs to look a little bit industrial, you know? And then, of course, we're gonna have like the same station like right next to it over here. Which needs to... Oh. Okay, so, well, how was it again with the money thing, huh? I think we just hit the point where all of a sudden what we cannot do is just build whatever we want. So yeah, you know, my decisions about pricing are starting to haunt me. That's basically what it comes down to. It's okay though, you know, we will make money back again quick enough. Yeah, wait, what? Do you see what's happening over here? How is this even possible? And this is like, guys, hold on a second. This was never the intended behavior, but I now understand why this coaster is making so much money with like 2-minute queue time. And you know, what happened is that with the test ride, it made it through. But then when it is loaded with guests, it doesn't make it through. So what's happening is that the average ride time is like less than a minute almost. And yeah, you know. Oh man, this is bad. Oh, this is bad. It would be in my best interest to keep this as is, but we're not going to. We're gonna say like that, and then it should make it. Because this is like really lame. And the reason why it's still a 1-minute queue time is only because of the other ride, you know. But that's not the intention of this coaster. So, though it is good. I mean, look at the money coming in. You know, we need that stuff. Can I already? No, I need one more street. Yes. Ah, balls. Again. Come on, game. Give me the money. Right, now that we have this, oh, and also, what we should really check is, see if, what, you are not fixed? How is it that you are not fixed? You have an inspection time of 10 minutes. Don't tell me that the queue, no, it works. There is just no mechanic who has taken it upon himself to... If I drop you there, are you gonna get like the call? No, you're not. But for some reason, there is 20 minutes between inspection times and no mechanic is getting the call to go and inspect the thing. Which is odd for me. Now, as for like staff wages, we're at 1,880 right now. With only 9,000 and a few more expenses. Oh, actually, with the shop sales, we have quite a few shop sales. Look, we have like 1,100 shop sales. That's not bad. So, ride running costs. It's more or less like our shops pay for the rides. That's basically what it comes down to. I don't know. Should we get like one more mechanic to fix this? I have a feeling that, well, if it breaks down, I mean, what can happen, right? It's not like the thing can crash. So, knowing that, let us fix this. Have I fixed those settings for you? Yeah, that I have. Alright, now all we need to do basically is, you know, this is all covered by a handy dude. Great! In that case, let us not worry about this. We shall have this be $4. Because that's just the limit right now, you know. And once we are nearing the end of the park, you know, we might even lower it further for like a month or 6 before the end. You know, and just make like the bare minimum of money, do some, you know, some well, what can I say? Decoration of the landscape, basically, because we don't really have much more room or money to spend. Oh, room, yeah. There is a chance that we fill up this park. Anyway, let's name this. Why don't we call this, instead of the Salt Raiser, why don't we call this the Drag Turtle? Yeah, like as if turtles can do drag races. Also, a small Vigier. Do I see an empty train there? Is that what we're seeing there? Yeah, maybe. But I don't know. I shouldn't worry too much about that. You know, if I start getting sidetracked by every ride I see, then we're never gonna finish the park. And of course, I do want to finish the park. Now, because this is like the drag turtle thingy, let's do this the other way around. Like that? Yeah, I like that. And then, you know, even the black and white is also like a true true checkered finish flag, although it lacks the checkering, you know, at least the colors are there of the finish flag, so. Great. Now, we should also have the ratings for the glorification. Still too extreme. Ah, balls. That's not good. You know, this is not gonna be profitable. Right then, because of that, it is the 2.83 Gs. That's what is the issue. So I need to localize basically where those, you know, where that 0.83 is, which is there. So that we have that should be easy to fix. You know? Turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, turn 4, turn 5, turn 6. Really? Is that over here? Right, well, if that's over there, I mean, it's easy for me to fix, right? So, if this is all that it takes to fix this, well, that should do it. Because that makes it even less intense. And if now, you know, the thing is still too intense, I've taken out all the G spikes, and if all the Gs and all the curves and all the top speed and all the everything is below the salvation, in all honesty, I don't really know what to do about it anymore. Anyway, now that we have set this up, we should have, yeah, look, it's not that great, but because of our great design thinking ahead of everything, look, synchronize with adjacent stations. And of course also over here, because we know that the ratings will be identical, so there's no point you know, in not doing this. 11-second ride time means that we have like a minimum wait of 5 and a maximum wait of 10. Well, you know, maybe 15. And that's just for the guests to get off and on the train. So it's not like there's that many that can go on it. 8, you know. I think that this will be like a real good cash machine. It's a bit cheesy, but then again, the whole concept of this coaster is cheesy. Oh, and the Arizona is actually not bad, you know. It's a pretty good ride. So, ooh, and look at our guest count as well. That I hadn't even keeping an eye on, but it seems like we've managed to somehow stem the tide a little bit, because all of a sudden we have like 1970 guests. Now we're in May year 3. And, yeah, you know, time is of the essence. So we need to keep at it, you know. We need to keep adding those really great rides to the park. And with our current money situation, might be more difficult than you'd think. We might have to up the prices a little bit. But I think that if we add just a few more rides to the park, you know, all of a sudden our whole money situation will not be as dire as it currently is. So we're gonna find out if that statement holds true next time when we play more Rollercoaster Tycoon.